If you like wordplay, puns, riddles, this might be a good book for you. This book is from William Steig, and it's called CDC. This book is a follow-up to a really popular book called CDB. Here's the trick. CDC stands for the Center for Disease Control, right? In this book, CDC is a funny way of saying C, the C, and every page asks you to pronounce the letters out loud and see if you can figure out what it's really saying. For this first one, imagine a German speaker and an Italian speaker speaking English together. And the one fellow says, UFA 4N XN 9 CC. On the other page, VF Eaton DLFN. Can you figure these out? UFA 4N XN 9 CC. VF Eaton DLFN. This one is you have a foreign accent. 9, German word, the Italian speaker. Si, yes, yes. And this one is we have eaten the elephant. VF eaten the elephant. The one on the left says FRE1 ER SDP. FRE1 ER SDP. People in this room think that they're people that they're really not. Everyone here is dippy. Right side of the page. Emmanuel S. NCQR. NCQR. Manuel is insecure. Casey S. N. NLSS. Casey is in analysis. The woman is telling the man's fortune. You are N28F and YS. You are intuitive and wise. UFDK and you are K9. You have decay on your canine. The woman asks a question and the man answers. UFNH, IFNLRG. You have an itch, I have an allergy. Two women are talking about a man who hurt his foot. I pity him. I pity him. A scientist working in a laboratory says, IFDQR. I have the cure. Little girl looks at the man who has picked her up and says, UFBDIS. You have beady eyes. And a little boy on the right bursts through some curtains or some drapes and he says, ERIM. Here I am. This is a good one to try with friends. ERIM. LXS and $S are NKF. This is a hard one. Alexis and Dolores are in a cave. Two people watching a baseball game. One says, RTMSBNB10. Our team is being beaten. One woman talks to another and says, I1R FUKR to FT. I wonder if you care to have tea. On the right side, a man looks up at the woman and he says, You are an IDLYF. And this is what he was saying to her. You are an ideal wife. The man with the hat and the cane and the mustache says, SA3L to see you. It's a thrill to see you. And on the right, UGN KM 2D CT. Eugene came to the city. Can you guess this one on the left? 5N PNO. PNO, that's pretty easy. 5N piano. A small flute is a piccolo, but also sometimes a fife. Fife and piano. 5N piano. Two performers at an opera. D10R, SN, and 2N. D10R, SN, and 2N. And now you know why the woman has that kind of a face. The tenor isn't in tune. Listening to a beginner practice violin. TDM. Tedium. A ballet dancer, a ballerina talking to him and saying, D tutu SCD. The tutu is CD. A woman whispers to a man while they watch a different man looking at a painting in a museum, and she says, SXULE A2P. It's actually a toupee. The one on the right is a hard one, but it's got some great visual clues. D2M F210KMN. The tomb of Tutankhamen, King Tut. On the left, ancient Rome. A2R FD4M. A tour of the Forum. On the right, a man is bowing before a statue, and it says DAT. The deity. Two real characters from history. On the left, NRE D8. Henry VIII, King of England. On the right, Cent XAVR. If you live in Cincinnati, this was probably easier for you because of Xavier University. This is Saint Xavier. On the left, FN, heaven. On the left, L. HE double hockey sticks. On the left, rising from Aladdin's lamp, RABN-GNE. Arabian Genie. On the right, BUT-NDBS. I think you probably got this one. Beauty and the Beast. On the left, DLF and D4S. The Elf in the Forest. On the right, Enemy Alien. An enemy alien. Two happy celebrations on this page. On the left, people are talking to an older man, and they say, Cent 10EL. And on the right, the woman is talking to the man. She's wearing a bridal gown, and she says, ILBURS for FR and FR. On the left, centennial, celebration of someone turning 100. And on the right, I'll be yours forever and ever. On the left, three friends are playing poker, and one man says, IW. I double my chips on the table. I double. On the right, the man on the right who's standing up and breaking a chair says, MIBN to VMN? Fancy vocabulary word. Am I being too vehement? Vehement means expressively angry. The woman in the chair is talking to the man, who's probably her husband, and she says, FNUNE decent C? Haven't you any decency? And on the right, two people are talking over a dinner table, and the one person says, you are E10 to XS. You are E10 to XS. You are eating to excess. Better stop now. Two people on the left having a loud argument. You are ODS, and you are SN9. On the right, happier picture. Two people shaking hands. SADL. SADL. So on the left, two fancy vocabulary words. You are odious, which means you're not very likable. And the other person's answering back, and you are S9, which means you are very foolish. But the two people making the deal and shaking hands, SADL, it's a deal. Two pictures, one about guard duty, one about jury duty. On the left, DCNL, SCP. And on the right, a man talking to the judge. I am innocent. I am a decent UMBN. Another name for a person standing guard is a sentinel. The sentinel is sleepy. On the right, a man talking to the judge behind the bench says, I am innocent. I am a decent human being. On the left, two friends are doing bow and arrow archery. They're probably at an archery range, and the woman is watching her friend, and it says, and ESAMNDRO. Can you figure that out? On the right, two girls are playing. One girl's on top of a little hill, and she says, I am IRNU. So on the left, we find out the man's name is Andy. That ampersand means and. Andy is aiming the arrow, and the woman friend is watching. The two girls playing, one girl doesn't look too happy because the other girl is saying, I am higher than you. I am higher than you. And the last two people along a shoreline looking at a boat on the horizon. Oh, CDC SXLR A10. And on the right, DN. Oh, see the sea? It's accelerating. Maybe the tide is coming in, and it's coming in faster and faster. It's accelerating. What about this last one? DN. DN. I'm sure you could get that one. The end. You probably know William Steig from his wonderful drawings of Shrek and Sylvester and the Magic Pebble and Brave Irene and Amos and Boris and all those wonderful books. He did this book first, CDB. See the B, little B there. It's a little bit easier, so you can go back and find that one. But this is the sequel, book number 2, William Steig's CDC. See the C? And the fun with this book is you can go back and listen to it or view it again and see if you can remember what the answers are. Some of them are hard. William Steig's CDC.